Okay, so right here we're taking a look at a thicker tape. One of the thickest names out there is the SPY. This is an ETF that tracks the S&P 500. So you'll notice very tight spread, very tight 1 cent spread. You'll notice a lot of shares being bid for and offered. If you look right here, you got about 30,000 shares here being offered at 193.72. So this is pretty common here. And if you look at the size of the transactions, you'll see several thousand share lots being transacted at a single price. Obviously, the frequency too of these transactions is a lot more than, let's say, a Priceline or a Chipotle or names that are less liquid and lower volume. Now, if you were to trade the options here, you notice in the options here, we're looking at a pretty close to the money put here. This is a weekly put that expires in about 4 or 5 days. You'll notice the spreads are very tight here as well. You get about 1 cent, 2 cent spreads, and you notice the volume here on both the bid and the offer is pretty sizable as well. Now, contrary to playing an option that has a wider spread, since you have about 1 cent or 2 cents, it's okay to limit and sort of take liquidity. When we say take liquidity, that means we're hitting a bid or we're taking an offer here. So basically, in this instance, I'm going to short the SPY here, and obviously we can see the SPY going up and this option going down. I'm building into a position here. If you're building into a position, you can sort of limit in and let them come to you. Because you're going to be down in the position a little bit. So therefore, if I'm limiting in and I want to add to this position, I might go ahead and limit on the book. So I might go ahead and take 25 contracts and buy at 75, and let this option come down to my price so I can get a better fill and I can cut down my cost a little bit. If I wanted to get in now though, and let's say just not wait here, for the market to float down to my price, then I can go ahead and just hit an offer. So what I'll usually do is just limit the offer here, and I'll do it with some small size. I'll just limit 79 right here, or even 78, and just take 10 contracts. So as you can see, you get to fill very easily. The liquidity is much more present in names like the SPY, Bank of America, things like that. So you can move in and out of significant more dollar amounts than you can in those names that are much less liquid.